Call the meeting to order. Please rise. Councilmember Flowers, will you lead us with the invocation?
Please bow your heads in prayer. Heavenly Father, what a glorious day we've had today, Lord. Thank you so much for this community of Thomasville. Thank you so much for our citizens, for the administrators, folks that run the city. Thank you, Lord, for just the joy that we share as we enjoy this great weather, this great place to be. Lord, be with us tonight as we meet. Help us to keep you in mind as we make all our decisions.
Amen. Mayor Pro Tem Hobbs, will you lead us with the flag?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Please be seated. All right, the first matter before us is to approve the minutes of the regular meeting that was held on March 19th, 2014. Can I get a motion to approve these minutes? So moved. Second. I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, ayes have it. Now, it's not on the agenda, but I believe, Councilmember Flowers, you have a proclamation.
Thank you. Ms. Angela, we're blessed tonight to have the Executive Director of Hands-on Thomas County, Angela Jimenez. Thank you for being here. We're going to read a proclamation. Next week is National Volunteer Week. So we're going to claim some of that, if you're ready for that. Whereas Volunteer Week, April 19th through 26th, is inspiring, recognizing, and encouraging our citizens, young and old, to engage in useful and much-needed service to our communities. And whereas Volunteer Week focuses attention on our volunteerism and service as an integral aspect of our civic leadership. Whereas volunteering one's time, talents, and resources has been an integral part of our American heritage since the early days of our nation and community. And whereas it is essential that we continue this tradition of giving and sharing to preserve and improve the quality of life of our citizens. Okay. And whereas volunteer service empowers both the giver and the recipient and sets an example of good citizenship for future generations. And whereas volunteers can connect with local community service opportunities through local nonprofit community agencies like Hands-on Thomas County. And whereas Hands-on Thomas County appreciates its volunteers and encourages citizens to become involved in communities, neighborhoods, and local government. Now, therefore, Mayor Max Beverly of the City of Thomasville has proclaimed that the week of April 19th through April 26th is Volunteer Week. It's a time to celebrate our citizen volunteers who expend their time, energy, resources, and finances in an effort to improve, protect, and sustain our community, and honor their dedication to making a positive difference in their own lives and the lives of others here in our fair city of Thomasville. Congratulations. Yeah, see if I take that so we can get a picture. Wait, stop.
Thank you.
All right, next on the agenda is citizens to be heard. If you would like to address the council about a matter that is not on the agenda, now is the time. If you would like to address the council about a matter that is on the agenda, please wait until that agenda item is before us. That is, addressing the council is an option for anybody in this room, except for two of you don't have an option. Mr. Gout and Mr. Blackmore. Y'all can you please come address the council? I'll turn it over to Mr. Flowers.
Gentlemen, come forward, please. We have a little tradition in our council meetings. Come stand up here at the podium. Please tell us your name, rank, and address.
Okay, I'm Bradley Gout. I am a Star Scout. And like address
Address. Where do you live?
Where do you live?
7540 at Cat Road.
My name is Carl Blackmore. I am a Star Scout, and I live on 86 Starfield Drive.
That's good. So why are y'all here tonight?
So that's for the communications merit badge.
Communications merit badge. Very good. Well, and both of you will soon be Eagle Scouts.
Hopefully.
Hopefully. The answer is yes, sir. You're committed to staying with the process of Eagle Scout, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Okay, anything you would like to ask the council at all about what's going on here? Anything unique that you wanted to learn about tonight?
I'm sorry.
Mr. Gow, tell us about your record this slide. Is that church?
Yes, sir.
Before we go to get on the slide, but
No, I just wanted to.
oh, he's still there. Guys, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate your being here. Thank you. This is our community's in very good hands in the future. This is a good example of the boys that are coming along. And Mayor Beverly and I are Boy Scout leaders, so we have to give these guys a hard time every time they show up.
All right, now, Mr. Lawrence is gonna get your pictures. Turn around and
Turn
try
around and smile. There you go. Ready?
Says it.
Would anybody else like to voluntarily address the council about the matter that is not on the agenda? All right, seeing none, we'll move on. There is no old business. The first matter of new business before us is to consider approval of a consumption beer and wine license with a meeting place. Mr. Gatlin is the applicant. Gatlin, please come forward. Ms. Vincent?
Yes, this is Mr. Gavin. We've had several conversations about the ordinances and about his plans, and he has met the requirements for the license, including the background check which you have before you, and he's come to ask for your approval of a consumption beer and wine license at the meeting place at 222 Gordon Avenue. He's here to answer any questions you might have.
Tell us a little bit about what your plans are for the business.
Well, I want to start around sports bar type setup. It will at least be 21 and over, but my goal is like 25 to 30 and over. That's my goal.
This is the old Elks Club property.
No, it's the meeting place.
What's the capacity of that?
350 in the big room and I think 150 in the small.
Good native of Thomasville.
I am. Calling my mom.
All right, well, can I have a motion to approve Mr. Gatlin's beer and wine license?
So, second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? All right, Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. All right, Mr. Gatlin, I know you've already got a copy of this, but we give you a copy so that we know that you have a copy and you know that we know.
Thank you.
that You have a copy. I'm sure Ms. Vincent has done a very good job of explaining that, but I do encourage you to follow those rules particularly closely, especially with regards to having a written documented training program and whatnot. That way, if something does happen, you don't put the council in a position where we don't have a choice to do some pretty unpleasant things to you. So, anyway, good luck with it.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Ms. Juarez, item B before us is the approval of the lost recreation distributions.
Okay, this is an annual resolution that comes before you each year, and this is related to distributing $2,100 each to the 6 smaller cities, which are Barwick, Boston, Coolidge, Meigs, Ocklawaha, and Pavo. This is a resolution to do that.
All right, can we get a motion to approve the lost distributions to the smallest cities in the county? So moved.
Second.
All right, I have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion about this resolution?
Amount was 2,500. It's always been 2,100.
It has.
It started at 2,000 and then a few years back it was changed to 2,100, and that's what's in the current year budget.
All right, any further discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. You also have the budget amendment based on preliminary year-end statements.
Right, and historically, we have brought this item to you at the end of our audit, which would be the end of June or first part of July. However, based on a management item in our audit the last 2 years, they requested that we bring it based on a preliminary statement, so that's what we're doing. We have listed in your packet, we've listed the enterprise funds, internal service funds, and the governmental funds, which went over budget on the expenditure side of things. As we explained before, this isn't the full picture because you don't see all the funds that didn't go over budget, and you also don't see the revenue side of things. For our utilities, we generated $4.9 million in combined net income throughout all of our utilities compared to a budget of $3 million. So we did better than we expected to on the net income side. However, there were some that went over on the expenditure side, which are the detail is listed there. On the internal service funds, each one of those end up balanced. If they went over, then those costs get distributed to the other departments. And then finally, in the governmental, in almost every case there was revenue to offset those expenditures, and in some cases, there are things that we don't budget for. So we're asking for your consideration of a budget amendment based on the preliminary December 31st statements.
Okay, can I get a motion to approve the 2013 budget?
So moved.
Second. A motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. All right, Mr. Sykes, we have a couple of library board appointments to make. We're reappointing Mr. Jim Garland and Ms. Bonnie Spann to the library board. Anything further to add?
Just as the city manages the recreation countywide, the county manages the library, and so this is really their board, but the city of Thomasville gets 3 appointments to that board, and these appointments terms in June 30, so it's time to consider either an appointment or reappointment, and the staff would recommend you consider reappointment of Mr. Garland.
Okay. For the city manager, can we get a motion to appoint, make these reappointments?
Yes, Mr. Mayor, I'm on that board. These are 2 outstanding folks. I make a motion we appoint them.
I'll second. All right, well, we need some balance in there, so I'm glad that.
Thank you.
Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. All right. Item E on the agenda is to consider approval of a contract for the replacement of lift stations 4 and 9 and the abandonment of lift station 1. Mr. Fines.
Mr. Mayor, council members, this is, as you said, this is a replacement for lift station 4 and 9 and abandonment of lift station number 1. And we're able to abandon lift station number 1 by using a directional boring technology under the CSX railroad. This is part of the GFA Clean Water SRF 1104 loan. And we budgeted $1,545,680 for this project and capital budget for sewer this year. And we received 3 bids in March. Doyle, Hancock and Sons from Durham, Georgia was the low bidder for $1,243,684. And at this time, Carter Sloop and the city staff recommend that City of Thomasville enter an agreement with Doyle, Hancock and Sons and we award the bid to them for $1,243,684. Contingent upon receiving approval from EPD for their DBE solicitation. And that will be paid for using 2011 GFA CWSRF loan dollars.
Okay. All right. Can we get a motion to approve this lift station work, this contract?
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it. All right. Up next is the biggest contract here.
This is the biggest one I've ever done. For a number of years, we've been considering rehabilitating different portions of the equipment at the wastewater treatment facility. And Carter Sloop and the operations staff at the plant have come together with a single rehabilitation for the entire plant. It includes a number of different structures, filters, clarifiers, grip chambers, various piping, valves, and pump stations out at the plant. And in the process, we've also done some advanced planning for new regulations that we think that we are very confident we'll be seeing in the future. So, this is another 2011 GFA Clean Water State Revolving Fund project. It was budgeted for $8,560,000 in sewer capital this year. And we received 4 bids on March the 13th. RTD Construction was out of Zephyr Hills, Florida, was the low bid at $9,106,650. They've done work at the plant before, and they come highly recommended. The difference between the bid amount and budget will be recouped through efficiencies that we've gained in bidding out other projects in the Clean Water Fund. In the GFA project, we're going farther with fewer dollars, so we're able to offset that additional $500,000 with efficiencies and scope out of other projects. And at this time, Carter Sloop and city staff recommend that the City of Thomasville enter an agreement with RTD Construction to construct the wastewater treatment facility renovation in the amount of $9,106,650 using 2011 GFA CWSRF funds. It's both conventional funds out of the 1104 loan and green funds out of the 1106 loan. And this is conditional upon RTD Construction receiving approval from EPD for their DBE solicitation.
I had no idea what the DBE is. What is that?
Disadvantaged business enterprise that is required to solicit DBE as part of the bidding process.
Okay. All right. We've heard Mr. Pinessa. This is about a generational vote here. We certainly hope so.
We certainly don't want to be back here next year.
No, we do not. Can I get a motion to approve the contract for the rehabilitation of the wastewater treatment facility? Come on.
Second.
All right, we have a motion and a second. Is there any discussion?
Make sure they're on the board.
All right. Other than Mayor Pro Tem's very wise advice, any other discussion? All right, hearing none, I'll call the question. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? All right, the ayes have it.
Thank you.
Clean water for all. Right. Greg, would you introduce your honorary council member? Should have done that at the beginning of the meeting, I apologize.
Mr. Marvin Dawson. Marvin works for, Flowers Industries.
Sure, Steve, do you have anything to add for us?
I'm just glad I'm sitting here next to him and trying to defend him on the basketball court. Because I've tried that before.
I'd take you.
I
just don't you.
Okay. We need a raise.
Mr. Dawson, as we like to say, you can do everything, we do. But if you have anything to add or anything you'd like to let us know, let the council know. Certainly appreciate you serving with us.
And I appreciate, being here today, and I'm enjoying, coming to the meetings and listening and finding out what's going on in the city again. Just moving back to town, I had been up in the DC market with Flowers Food, and now I've been here since October, so I'm enjoying being activated to what's going on in Thomasville.
You think you'll still be saying that after you have a full summer back?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. After those winters up there, I traded in the
You don't think the summer will run you back to these?
No, actually, when I left here, they moved me to Mechanicsburg, Pennsylvania, where I got 4 feet of snow.
Oh.
Yeah, so, no, this is fine. Exactly.
Mr. Flowers?
Mr. Dawson, thank you. Thanks for serving with. Glad to have you back in town.
Thank you.
We're better off for it. You guys keep your nose clean. Thank you for being here. Thank you. Y'all volunteer next week and every week.
Again, thank you, Mr. Dawson, for taking the time out of your schedule. Sharing with us. Mr. Gap, Mr. Blackmore, congratulations, and keep up the good work. Thank you.
I'll mention to those of you, maybe spread the word a little bit, if you hear lots of booms tonight, it is not K-Rogue invading Thomasville. It is, another test of fireworks at 8:30 p.m. this evening. And Mr. Baker, we certainly appreciate the, county commissioners allowing us to use a little corner of county property to explode things over Thomasville. Thank you. Lewis?
Thank you, Mayor. Robin, welcome home again. Thank you. Enjoy having you serving with us.
We are glad to have Marvin back from Pennsylvania and Maryland and points and all that. Hope he'll stay with us for the rest of his career.
That's the plan.
Good deal.
So the lawyer remains silent?
Lord has nothing to say. Thank you.
We're adjourned.
That's all.